Hello everybody, welcome back. Time now for Game 2 of Immortal Magneto Gaming up against Big Good, or Big God. Although it looks like they want to be good today. They're definitely playing good. It's Xiao leading, Burning, ROTK, Lamb, as well as Ice. Well, so far to victory on day 2. They had a rough day 1, going 2 and 4, but here they are. Look to take down a team who had a good day 1, going 4 and 2. Immortal Magneto Gaming made their mark known, but definitely looked a bit outclassed in Game 1. So Game 2 draft underway. Immortal Magneto Gaming, this time I'm going to swap on over to that dire side, and, well, it is going to be Big God with the first pick. They take the Lion to open things off. Skywrath, Slark, the response from iMG, and then Doombringer. Well, just the Doom. The plain vanilla Doom here in Dota 2 is the answer. At least there's one way of dealing with a Slark. At this point, as a Slark, you're like, well, Doom's annoying, but it's not like the end of the world. End of the day, Doom is going to counter one of your core heroes. That's the nature of the hero. That's what he does. I will counter any hero you can pick, apart from Wraith King, basically. Let's quick amendment. Everyone except Wraith King. So any carry hero in the game, minus Wraith King, in theory, gets countered by Doom. Especially Aghanim's Doom. The thing is, like, Aghanim's Doom, you just die. I've seen, like, games where there was, like, a Storm Spirit farming, and Dooms would still just Doom a Viper, because the Viper was more farmed, was a bigger problem, and you have an Ag Scepter, so you get rid of the corrosive skin and you do a ton of damage, and then, oh, suddenly, it's a dead Viper. And then you can deal with the Storm Spirit in other ways. If you have other lockdown, like you've got a Lion on your team, well then, you've got ways of dealing with a Storm. You need a way of dealing with a Viper, and sometimes that's the Doom. So this guy just counters anything and everything. I look at this, and maybe it's Axe who ends up being the Doom target. If you need damage to kill him first, you never really know. You've got Lion, you can look to burst down the Slark in other ways as well. But we'll see how things progress from here on out. iMG going to want to make sure they get the Axe in their side this time around. And I think it's a good choice. I think it's one of those heroes that Big God show they like to run, even with the Doom already picked up as a potential offlaner for ROTK. They could run in the jungle, they could get greedy, play like a Lamb jungle Doom. And, well, we'll see what the plan's going to be. Big God, they've got one of their supports. There's still Morphling in the pool, and with AA ban, Morphling is a possibility. Slark has some good little tools, like the Essence Shift against the Morphling for stealing stats and whatnot, but I still feel you can easily fit in a Morphling if that's what you want to go for again in game number 2. You're up against Axe and Slark. This is not an anti-mage friendly game, that's for sure. I always think, oh, Burning, let's see a Burning anti-mage, and then I'm like, oh, that's just Axe and Slark. No, this is not an anti-mage game. At least it shouldn't be. Skywrath Mage there as well. It's just, once Axe gets a blink, he just hunts down that anti-mage time and time again, and the physical damage is nasty. Could be a Void game. Chronosphere, good for keeping Slark in place, and just a bit tankier than the anti-mage, a bit better at dealing with someone like an Axe. And now you have a lot of damage to throw in the Chronosphere with Witch Doctor, with a Death Ward, Lion. Can kind of set up his Impale, a Finger of Death in there as well, so we'll see what the plan is going to be for this Witch Doctor pick, but it does suggest they have something in mind. Not a common go-to support for Big God, at least from what I've seen, but a cool little support to see. That's probably going to be their like 4. Like last time it was Ice playing the Ancient Apparition, getting a Midas farming a lot, and I think we may be seeing him on this Witch Doctor as far as getting a lot of farm priority and looking to make the big plays happen. So we'll see what it's going to be. It's going to be 4th pick now for iMG. They've got the Axe, Slark, Skywrath. So Axe looking to be your offlane. It could go in that 4th position jungle, but most likely you see the Slark in the safe lane. For your Sim, you got your Skywrath Mage support. You still need your Mars C mid laner, as well as another support most likely. Hey, let's pull out the Wraith King. I mentioned him as one of the few heroes that doesn't get owned by Doom. At the same time, if you're running at support, it's like your supports aren't getting doomed anyways. They go Morphling though. Bit greedy, maybe a mid laner, and maybe, I mean, we saw last game was Burning putting it mid, but I don't know if Big God are going to be, they're going to look at this and be like, they have Morphling and Slark, like, they need a lot of farm, they can't really fight us at all. And like, the thing is, I feel like when you pick the Axe, you want to be fighting around that 10 to 15 minute mark, and Morphling to some extent can calm. The waveform is a decent amount of damage and mobility. Slark has some damage, or has a decent amount of damage potential with Pounce and Dark Pact, but you don't have good sustain there. You're putting yourself in harm's way. So if there's a Lion level 6, if there's a Doom, going into that is very dangerous. And well, Big God say, we're going to look to create space. We're going to go for the Naga Siren. One of Burning's best heroes, and he just somehow always found ways to farm. I remember seeing him play this back in the DK days, and Back in those DK days, it was like, even if you put like gave him a tough lane, he would somehow get an 18-minute Radiance anyways. He'll get offensive trial lane and just be left on his own for a bit. He doesn't miss a CS that he should get. Like, not to say this, he doesn't get perfect farm every game, but if there's a CS in front of him, he somehow magically gets every single one that he should get, or that is possible to get. Well, we'll see what's going to be coming now. How do you deal with the Naga Siren now? What is the plan for iMG? It seems like, I think you want to, I mean, I feel like going late game against Big God has already been proven to be a bad idea, because that game one was iMG having a decent start, kind of going toe-to-toe with Big God, and then falling apart in a late game scenario. So I don't feel like they'll be too confident in the late game. Not to mention Doom, Naga late game, yeah, it's a bit dicey. They're going to go Venge, so being on the dire side, that gives them that Roshan access. I like this kind of a pick. It's a good aggressive support duo. Venge, Scareth can gank a lot, can do, if they want to. You've got the flexibility there. If you can see a lot of kills available, if you see kills available on the map, you can smoke there, go for kills, zone out the offlane Doom. Or if your opponents are playing ultra safe, not really presenting themselves, then you can pull, stack like any supports can do. So there's that flexibility there that the iMG supports have. As mentioned, the Roshan access with Wave of Terror, Vengeance Aura. It's a good pick to have. The swap saves aren't going to be as crazy this game, I feel. There's, I guess, some potential if someone gets initiated on by a Lime, and there's like going to be a Blink Hex into a Finger of Death, whatever it may be, but when you're doomed, you're taken out of the fight. It's not like you're swapping someone and then they can re-enter on their own time. Naga Illusion's just going to be constantly sent to poke and prod. So I feel like this hero isn't being picked as much for the swap as the Roshan and the early to mid game control that you're getting from this. So we'll see what the plan is going to be. As last pick, Brewmaster. Wow, that made it deep in the pool. So Zhao Wait says, game 1 I played, I'll play it game 2 as well. And you have the Naga, you want to create space for it. You have a good tempo, pretty good tempo control in Brew. You kind of need to farm his Blink first, and if he's going to be in the offlane again, getting that Blink up may not be the easiest thing to do, but this looks more like a mid-Brew and maybe the Doom going to the offlane. ROTK's Doom. One of my favorite heroes to my second favorite ROTK hero. My favorite being his Batrider. His well-known Batrider. That is... I'm not sure if it ended up happening. I think those talks of like Dota 1, Batrider, that you have the alternate names, like anti-mates you sometimes get called Burning. There's some of these like unique names for players, and I think Batrider did have an ROTK name, if I remember correctly, or Zhaobao, whatever his previous nickname was. So we'll see what the plan's going to be. It's going to be Big God on the Radiant side. We got Lamb playing the Lion, Burning on the Naga Siren. He's actually going to go mid. Looks like Zhao Wait on the Brewmaster, maybe going safe lane. Ice Ice on the Witch Doctor, and we'll have ROTK on the Doom. On the dire side, it's going to be Immortal, Magneto Gaming. We've got the Skyreth Mage, which is Yi Hao Wei playing the Skyreth Mage. We've got the carry player Slark in the hands of 11, I believe that is. Yasim on the Morphling. Axe, actually I believe Axe is 11, and this is Mars C playing the Slark, and then James is on the Vengeful Spirit. I don't recognize the Chinese characters, I just know the team roster, and I'm guessing based on the heroes that they picked who's playing what. The offlane player is 11, and I'm guessing he's on this Axe. So, we'll see. Bottom lane, 5v5, let's go, Brawl. This is some Bloodline Championship right here. Who needs creeps, who needs farm? You just fight, fight, fight. We're ready to go. You get one spell, level 1. Let's fight. Into the Roshan pit. They're trying to hide. Skyreth Mage completely caught out. He's going to be the target of choice for Big God. They've got the Riptide. Burning says, kill secured. Ice Ice now in trouble himself. The call coming out from the act, catching 3. The fight going to continue. Venge has no more mana for a stun. Just the one stun available to him. And now James as well as the Slark in trouble. Is there another Impale? You betcha there is. Lamb. He gets one with the Naga Siren Riptide. Has another Impale. Here we go. It's the Axe who gets a call in 1 second. Can he get the kill? It's a 2-for-2 trade so far. They want this Axe. Oh, they're going to get Burning's going to Riptide. He's going to get himself a triple kill. No, he doesn't get the kill. It goes the way of the line. Now Burning in trouble. TP back in from the Slark. 3-for-3 trade. Slark dies. TP's back in. Gets his team a 3rd kill. Absolute bloodbath. Oh, by the way, there's a bounty rune. Okay. Brewmaster, level 2, before creep waves even hit. Top bounty rune, who's it going to be? It's going to be the Slark. He gets there before the Doom does. What a mess. We went full Bloodline Champion with that fight. And Burning, well, he gets his bottle, he gets a good chunk of gold. Did die in the end there, but getting the first blood was the big thing. So I got to say, Big God come out on top because of Burning. Double kill with the first blood. The death, it's reliable gold as well as the thing. So Burning actually doesn't, I imagine, lose that much gold there. Not sure the exact numbers, but I imagine he lost very, very little. Gets his bottle, has Quelling Blade as well. He got bottle and Quelling Blade from that fight. And now he's just going to wreck this Morphling, who went for a Wraith Band, which I think is fine, but the problem is he needs more regen now. Burning can look to dive him. One more Riptide, and that's, you're looking at a kill here. He's going to bottle up. Career's coming out. That's a salve, but Burning, oh, misses the Riptide. The salve is also going to work. So that's a unfortunate small loss for Burning. Nemo on the bottom lane. Witch Doctor and Brew battling it out. Axe going to get one more spin, and that Brew's not going to be a very happy Brew. So good news for Yasim. He's doesn't get hit by the Riptide. Even if he'd survived, if he'd lost his salve there, that would have been very costly for him. Oh, Burning getting denied by Yasim, who's taken over the mid lane after playing the Terrorblade last game. Trailing will be bottom lane. And Zhao Wei can be looking to secure the farm there. Top lane will be the Doom, who's still just level 1. Went for Scorched Earth level 1 for that fight, and as a result, he can't get the Devourer up. This is actually really hurting ROTK, who would have loved to have gotten a bounty rune to make up for that. So far, no good. Top lane, we'll see Burning pick up a rune here. ROTK, well, it's going to come in and mess with this pull, but only gets the one, and it looks like Vangier gets the double pull off. Just needed the one neutral to come over for him, and what's the plan here? Axe is got himself a haste rune, but looks like he's not going to go for any sort of a gank on mid lane. Not exactly an easy kill. Lion, though, going to walk into this Axe, and Lamb, Rutro, spin to win. Axe is looking like he may find a kill here. Witch Doctor going to TP in the Impales there, as is the Hex. Lamb going to turn, use both, and well, looking for another call. Doesn't have it for 5 seconds. Axe is not going to be able to get this kill. Comes close, though. Forces a TP as well from the Witch Doctor, just to that tier 2 tower. Now both of them have to go back base to heal, so still ultimately a very worthwhile exchange for the Axe. He doesn't get too much. Now he's got a bit of a 1v1 temporarily in this bottom lane. Brew versus Axe, and Brew, 11 CS, the Axe is 9. There's going to be a call. He's hoping for some spins here. The next creep wave comes in as well. Zhao Wei, he's trying to juke. One more right click. He gets the kill. That haste rune zones out the supports, gives him the 1v1, and then he takes advantage of the 1v1, gets himself a kill. Well played by 11 on the Axe. Well, as things stand here, Burning's doing well in the mid lane, but these other two lanes not really doing well at all for Big God. Doom's only just now got level 2. I don't think he's even used a Devour yet until just now. Uses his first one. He's struggling to get anything out of the off lane. Burning, though, crushing this mid lane. 17 CS is on par with the Morphling, but he had the early first blood. A lot of early farm going his way. Can buy his Ring of Aquila now as well once the Courier is not in use, but it looks like for now it's like ROTK is like, dude, you're doing fine mid, just gimme. Very early movement to this rune. This is one of the nice things you can do with the early points of the mirror images is battle with these other heroes who go for the runes. Just summon them up, look to contest them, and bottom lane, Lamb going to secure the invis rune for himself. I don't think they kill this Axe, unfortunately. I would love to get these supports back in the game. There are Tranquil Boots very early on Lamb, but that's just from that early level 1 fight. Now a Smoke. Seems realizing that Burning may be getting a bit too much out of this mid lane. They want to try and do something about that. But Burning's actually... Is he going... No, he's not going base. He's just picking up his Aquila, going to refill his bottle as well and come back towards the mid lane. These supports, though, they may get impatient. Their Smoke also about to wear off. They may think they've already lost the kill. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Axe will get off the call. Impale going to come. That'll keep him in place a bit longer. There is no extra damage. The cask has already been used. Zhao Wei needs one more right click. They're not going to get it. 30-ish HP. He survives. This Axe doing work in this bottom lane. Well, Doom now going to walk into, well, what's the support gank on the mid lane? This does actually help Burning out, who hasn't got much HP or mana. They're going to kind of run past, waveform through, and Yasim gets the kill on the Naga Siren. Immortal Magneto Gaming stringing together a nice couple kills here. Whoa, that crit! Doombringer says, I back a punch. Very reminiscent of that one-hit KO from Zhao Wei's DD Brewmaster in the previous game. Zhao Wei has managed to catch up on farm after getting solo killed by the axe and doing a little bit better here. He's the safe lane farmer, so you expect to have a pretty decently timed blink dagger. If that's the call for him. But he's going to go for the arcane boots for now. Keep everyone healed up, and axe, well, there's a maledict. Actually, no mana for it. Needs about 10 more mana. Brew, maybe thinking he can get another clap, but it's 5 seconds away, and we'll see him back off for now. Mid lane, burning. He's got bottle charges, but Morphling may look to not let him use them. Unfortunately, can't keep up. There's a concussive shot. There's an arcane bolt as well. Burning needs this regenerate. He may have to pop it right away. Yet will do so. They cancel it. Has bottle charges as well. The waveform going to clip him. It looks like Burning. Images are there. Yasim needs one more right click. The wave of terror from the high ground. James, please. What a snipe coming out from the Venge. I don't even know if they're going to get the kill with that. I think that was maybe needed. As top lane ROTK going to be forced to pop the Scorch Earth. Here comes James. Gets the stun off, but he's on his own. Slark was waiting for the pounce to cooldown. That level 1 pounce does have the long cooldown, which you have to play around, so we'll see him back off. But iMG get themselves another kill on Burning's Naga. Altogether a 2k net worth lead, and Burning's Naga going down for the 3rd time this game. The first death I think you can kind of take out of the picture, because that was a definite win for him, getting the double kill, getting the first blood, but those recent 2 really hurt him. And it's the Morphling mid who's, well, he's bottle crowing for the time being. He's really sustaining himself well in this mid lane. Lion's coming in looking for a kill here. If you get the Hex before the Morph Strength, he does do so. No Morph happening, and the Impale right click. Lion gets the kill. Very close, top lane. Doom goes down himself. If he gets off the Morph Strength before the Hex comes in, he survives it, but making good use. Even gets a high ground ward there. And if Dire had any sort of a vision, like a hill ward either on their side or the other side, and just some top rune vision, they would have been able to, he would have easily been able to avoid that gank, but they need a reward. We'll see Venge come in, and probably this ward's maybe going to be like a mid lane high ground ward from James. Problem is, Radiant already have vision, so they should see where he plants it. There's that. Oh, good guy Morphling, going to heal up his buddy James. Bottom lane Jawei, 900 gold. Does have his level 6 ultimate, but has the TP raise. So if there's tower dives, he'll TP in, but other than that, he wants to farm up his blink first. Burning now with a rune coming up. Wants to go for it. Hasn't actually leveled Song of the Siren. Level 7 and not going for it. Morphling. Bravo! What a player. That was... I've never seen a play as clowny and epic as that in a long, long time. Oh my gosh, Yasim with the replicate rune sneak. Oh my gosh, all for an invis rune. That's a lot of mana. It costs you 150 mana, I think, to go to your replicate, but he's like, I'm denying this from Burning. And Burning now forced to bottle Crow. But my oh my, Yasim showing off there. He played a fantastic Terrorblade game 1, I gotta say. And his Morphling delivering the plays already. He's doing great here in the mid lane, and we'll see where he goes next. Maybe some trades here. I wouldn't mind seeing a Midas play out of him even. He's off to a good start, so maybe that's where he's headed as well. I guess depends how greedy you want to get. Slack's gone for Midas himself, so maybe if you go for too many Midases, it's something where it definitely gives space for Naga to farm for the late game. If you want to fight and not let the Naga get Radiance as fast as possible, maybe the Midas is going to be a bad idea. Burning now. D-wards that observe. That was the optimal the Venge planted down mid lane. So no vision around this mid lane. This gives Morphling a bit of a rough time. A gank from the Lion we saw with the Hex earlier can bring him down. And this Radiant Vision, you've got 1 heal ward, 2 heal wards. They've got mid lane completely surrounded for Burning to try to help him out. Bottom lane, Skyreth in trouble. Jawei will get that kill. That gets him up to 2k gold, and Blink Dagger coming soon. Jawei, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to create space. Look at some of these hero levels. You can see here, RTK, the offlane Doom, the one really in Struggle Town. All 3 core heroes for iMG, level 8 or above. That Axe did fantastic in the offlane. He's fallen back to the jungle now, looking to finish off that Blink Dagger. He'll get it at the same time as Zhao 8, more or less. Maybe a couple minutes later. Considering he's an offlaner versus a safe lane Brewmaster, that is incredibly good. Bottom lane, yeah, Skyreth, you dead. Didn't actually probably need the split. Maybe Lamb was a bit far away, but guarantees the kill, and it looks like they wanted to pressure the tower, and that's where you can use this Brewmaster split just to clear out and push the wave a little bit better. Ball to toss some creeps. I'm just going to go for the clap. So first ultimate used just for a Skywrath, but it's well, just for a Skywrath, also a tier 1 tower, you could say. And the tier 1 tower will be claimed. No rotations in sight from the iMG side. Axis Blink now ready though, so we should be able to see maybe this is like kind of like your Batrunner Blink. You want to use this for initial blink, pick up maybe even a smoke as well, and go for some kind of sneak play. Lamb at mid actually reveals his smoke. He just ran straight forward looking for that Morphling. He had the finger, and if he got an Hex Impale finger off, it is a kill, but doesn't succeed in doing so. Morphling on the high ground revealed the smoke, and a bit of a ambitious play to just run right at him. So here we go. They're going to smoke up mid lane and look to use this Axe Blink Dagger, and this could be a kill on Burning. He thinks he's safe. He's got the high ground vision with the ward, but guess what? Their smoke. Question is, where does the hero go? Does he move forward with his main hero, or is he going to sit back? They're pinging it. They know it's real. The smoke breaks, and Burning now going to get jumped. Song of the Siren not leveled up and won't even get a chance to use it even if he had leveled it up. They get another kill on Burning. Top lane now. Slark will get the pounce out. Second smoke in a row from Lamb, not succeeding. Well, at least not yet. There's a Shadow Dance, and Lamb, he's not going to be able to find it. 2 smokes from your Lion and 2 failed smokes from your Lion. And a lot of wasted time. To the top lane we go. The Axe has found the kill on the Naga and wants some more. It's going to be a Blink call onto ROTK. Pounce to follow, and easy pickoffs coming the way of this Blink Dagger Axe. He just did so well in that offlane. Now has so much space. They're going to waveform through. It looks like they want to get the Lion and the Witch Doctor here. Just level 1 Maledict, so not really worth going for a kill here. The Blink call going to be off the mark. So they go back, look for the Witch Doctor instead. Dunked by 11. And with that, they'll take the tier 1 top tower as well. Big God's going to lose 2, and this game 2 quickly getting out of hand for them. Burning is not doing that well in his Naga Siren. Still with 2.7k gold, but we're 12 minutes in, and he's died just 1 too many times, it feels like. Well, we'll see you, Sim. Back to this mid lane. He has gone for the treads, going for a very early game fight build, which I think, considering Slark's gone for Midas treads and is going that more greedy carry, this is just fine. He's fighting very actively. Going to pick up the Perseverance, go for the Lincoln Sphere, and look to kind of go around with the Axe. I mean, we've seen this Axe set up a lot of kills already with this Blink Dagger, and if Morphling can go along, he offers a lot of extra damage. Waveform, his 100 plus damage right clicks as well. He offers a lot to this team. Deep Brewmaster weighing around. We haven't seen that split in some time. That one solo kill on the Skywrath Mage has been all that's come from him so far as the Primal Split goes. He's going to go in for another. It's James at bottom lane. Doesn't need the Primal Split for this one. Has the backup of the line. Finger of Death being held, and Witch Doctor will actually get the last hit for it. So an easy snipe there. Now you need to keep using this Brewmaster to great effect like this. Try to find something for the Primal Split, and maybe this bottom lane they try and pressure. Problem is, for Big God, they don't really have the best pushing lineup. They're all about creating space for Naga, so they can't find kills by grouping up and going for towers. They have to really get some vision up, and so far they had vision around the mid lane protecting Burning, but they haven't got good vision aggressively to find these pickoffs. You see right now, just the one ward up near that top rune, and previously it was just the wards around this mid lane, which since have forced a sentry in the mid lane to help with some of those D wards. This has picked up a Staff of Wizardry, so 4-staff game from him, but could be the Ag Scepter if you just wanted to get the Staff of Wizardry first, although normally you'd go point booster here, but we'll see what the plan's going to be. Second Blink Dagger on the iMG side. They want to keep the aggression up, and Slark now going to be ready to fight a bit more with his team. Has level 11, treads Blink Midas. And Burning at top, well, he's got 3.7k gold, almost has his relic, and here comes the Blink Slark. Ready to try and force him out of this lane. Problem is, he doesn't have mana for a Song of the Siren, but multiple TPs will deter the Slark from chasing further. And not sure what happened to the Axe. He was TPing top. I saw a TP. I thought he was going to be backing up the Slark, but looks like he changed his mind and stayed bottom, or possibly actually cancelled his TP. Maybe it got cancelled by Big God here. There was maybe a ward here that got taken out. Alright, well. Middle lane, Slark wants to go in and walks in after using Dark Pack. No Dark Pack, no Shadow Dance. He's in a bit of a tough spot here. The Primal Split going to come out. Good pounce to the side. Has a blink in 3 seconds. Uh-oh. Slark looking mighty dead here. Mars C just getting a bit too aggressive and trying to channel his inner Illidan as far as just going deep into the enemy jungle, making plays happen. But this time around, well, it's the Illidan Shadow Blade that normally allows him to do that. The blink is useful as well, but without having Shadow Dance, you have to be careful. I feel like you can do those plays when whenever you have Shadow Dance, but if it's on cooldown, play a bit more defensively, focus more on farming. We're burning now. Relic is coming his way. 4.3k gold, and he's behind the Slark and the Morphling, but not by much, and considering this is pre-Radiance, that's something which could likely change in the near future. Slark realizing, well, that was not a good play last time. Maybe go back to focusing a bit more on his farm. Oh, doesn't get the blink. Volvo, please fix Blink Dagger. Not sure if that's what that was. There is some issues here and there with the blink sometimes not instantly casting or having a slight delay, or I don't know, those calls before blinks. The Zhao Wei at bottom going to get hit by a Mystic Flare. The silence follows it up, and he's going to be brought down. Working on that BKB. Did buy out before dying. It was a good play there. Slark. Yeah, oh no. RTK finds him. I think that was the Lion. Yeah, Lion hit with the Blink Dagger Hex Finger. So while Brewmaster was getting killed bottom, Slark was getting killed top by the Blink initiation from the Lion. Lamb had a few unsuccessful rotations previously with the smokes, but the Blink Dagger going to make his life a whole lot easier. Morphling will have an answer to that soon. He is working on a Lincoln Sphere for himself. And this will make him a lot more durable and not as prone to those ganks here. Bottom lane though. Maledict, just level 1. I'm not going to see too much damage on your axe come out of that. But it looks like the damage is prioritized one of this tier 2 tower, but TP's coming in. Zhao Wei going to probably scare back the iMG side. And the big worry is, now we see it. Burning's Radiance, still 18 minutes in. He's died 4 times this game, and he's got an 18-minute Radiance. This is what Burning does. Not like he's skimped as well. He's gone for the full boots, bottle, Aquila. All your basic bread and butter Naga Siren items before the Radiance, and well, we'll see that Radiance up now, so his farm gonna increase exponentially with this. And top lane, RTK now, with the Midas, has gone back for that Blink Dagger, so he wants to have that initiation for the Doom. Nice, it's either Axe or possibly the Slark, the 2 main targets here. Doing the Axe came out of the fight, it actually does help out quite a lot. There's a lot of farm on this Axe and a lot of teamfight control that he's offering. Surprised he hasn't got the 1 point in Battle Hunger. It does offer a lot of... The extra bit of movement speed and mobility is just so nice to have. 12% movement speed, just the 1 value point. It has got a fairly long level 1 cooldown, but you just put it on a creep or something to start things off. It doesn't have to be on a hero. Or at least put it on someone that you know won't be able to get rid of it quickly. And you get that... guaranteed bit of extra movement speed in the fight. Run forward. Sentry Ward actually in range of the Obs. They know this Obs is here now. They don't want to move forward to de-ward it just yet. There's always that blink initiation threat, and that's what it looks like iMG are waiting for. Big God. Well, they started off slow, but you can expect this graph to start dipping upwards with Radiance online for Naga. And iMG are committing. They're just sticking with 5 heroes bottom lane, really hoping for a pickup, but it's Naga Radiance Illusions that are just going to keep marching forward. Axe can't blink forward. Not against these Radiance Illusions. That's where both his blink and the Slark blink are being dealt with. They're going to blink, impale onto the Brewmaster split. Doom comes out as well. Goodbye, Axe. Can they get more, though? The Morphling in a tough spot here. They're going to ignore him and go for the Vengeful Spirit, it seems. Boulder Toss from long range. Nope, they're not going for him. They go for the Morphling instead. On the backline, it's the Slark. Battling it out for the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor does have an ultimate. Going to be a bit cautious here. Skywrath now thrown up in the air, and Zhao Wei will await with a clap. We'll give him the clap with a Witch Doctor ultimate. No, he won't give him the clap. He keeps the clap to himself. Sharing is not caring. The Skywrath says, I don't want any of that nonsense. He brings protection to the fight, but it still does not protect him from the death ward of the Witch Doctor. So a 2-for-0 trade going in favor of Big God. And they're not done here. Slark invised up is nearby, and He's being pinged out. I think Big God made the freshly planted ward in Sentry. I'm not sure if they actually spotted out the Slark or not. Oh, Slark. Thought he maybe had a pick off there. But quick escape. Blink Hex comes out. Lamb is suddenly deterred from chasing it. Uh-oh. He's overextended perhaps. Cast's going to go bouncing through. This is going to stop. Oh, that's Song of the Siren. Stop the cast. I was about to go for a big 2-hero cast there, but not to say it would have made too much happen. Slark was just about to have Shadow Dance up, and Naga's damage is just the Radiance Riptide. I don't think they get any kills there, but maybe just thinking he'll save the Witch Doctor or something. So iMG still with a small lead, but as I said, that graph just about to start going upwards. Naga Illusion's going all over the map, and iMG could go for Roshan. That's one of the options. It looks like the option they're maybe going to take. Have gone for just the one Wave of Terror build. And we'll see Roshan be taken down pretty fast, it seems. They're making a move towards a Big God. They don't have Song of the Siren, and well, they're actually maybe going to get here in time. The problem is right now, these these iMG heroes are starting to get pretty low. Axe is already down to half HP. They've got to finish off fast. Wave of Terror will go in, and it looks like Roshan secure. There's a Blink Doom, but just a Naga Illusion is going to go poking in, get stunned up. So easily dealt with, and see Naga boots of travel up in a couple hundred, and standard Naga items will be coming along in pretty good time. They've seen Morphling overtake the Naga. Top of the Roshan money and has an Aegis now, so this is where iMG want to get something done. Before Naga gets too big, before those illusions start getting tanky and just preventing you from pushing or taking any objectives on the map. Zhao Wei sourcing on just the BKB. BKB Blink Arcanes for him, and Morphling. DD rune. Well, DD Aegis. This is, like, to me, one of those timings you'd love to go for a push. If you feel like your lane's pushed out, you farm your jungle, you don't give up too much farming efficiency. Which, for the most part, they're doing. Got Slark in the jungle. He's, BKB. Sorry, not BKB. Looks like a Sanjin Yasha. Not a bad item on Slark by any means. Quite, I think normally it's something you want to try and get a bit earlier on. But I guess he's gone for the standard, just Midas and everything, but like the Ring of Aquila, like that's a 1k gold investment. It does give you some nice mana regen, which Slark sometimes does need. Mid lane, the call catches ROTK. He's still got the Doom here. Is he going to turn to use it? In goes Zhao Wei. They will, holds the Doom for now. It will still end up getting doomed, and Axe is in trouble. The deny could possibly come from the Morphling. Should come from the Morphling, as there we go. The DD rune helping out secure that one. Zhao Wei now going to use the Primal Split. Dodges the Magic Missile. The chase is on. Vengeful Spirit should be in trouble here. Meanwhile, the Slark goes pouncing to the high ground. Actually misses the pounce. With that Shadow Dance ending, they may go for some kills here, or they're looking to back off. They're going to summon the illusions. The Primal Split Warrior is still there. One Boulder Toss remaining. And it looks like maybe the Skywrath Mage can be the target. They blow up the Witch Doctor to start things off. Yasim on that Morphling, so be careful. Zhao Wei brings down the Skywrath Mage. Yasim losing a lot of his mana. He's got the Aegis though, so Lamb going to blink into the trees. Play things cautiously. 2 for 3 trades so far. Oh, another mispounce from Marcy, unfortunately. He actually is going for the BKB, so casual band of Elven Skin. This Morphling will go waving on through. He's up to 2.7k gold, still just ahead of the Naga Siren, so even with the Radiance pickup, it hasn't been all going Big God's way. Even a little slightly favored iMG fight happened in the middle of that one, but for iMG, they're trying to fall back on their multiple core heroes for this game. Blink, Hex, the backup is coming in the form of the Witch Doctor, but Witch Doctor's pretty far away. I don't know if he also saw exactly how much mana the Slark had there. He could have gone for that Impale and tried to stall things for the teammates, but he rushed things. He went in before his teammates were there and ready, and it was just going to be a Witch Doctor. Maybe with a Death Ward for the Hex Impale finger, could have got that kill, but it was always going to be a tough one. Now top lane. Uh-oh, Courier, it's on the trees. Yeah, he's got it. Doesn't actually end up buying whatever they were trying to buy. Top lane, meanwhile, there's a Finger of Death coming out. Lion's dead. He did get the finger off. James now very low. Witch Doctor ultimate coming into play here. Someone's going to deal with Ice Eyes. No one can. 2 for 1 trade. The 2 supports for 1 support, but Morphling now, he's ready for the flank. Tier 1 tower, though, looks like it should be going down before anything comes from Yasim, and is he going to wave in and look to replicate out? Replicate wears off. He needs to be a bit cautious here. Has a waveform, has some morph stats, and We'll have his Lincoln's broken. There is an ensnare, and he's going to get locked in place. He's going to die once. Question is, does he die twice? Down goes your Aegis. Axe is in range for a... Well, he's not. He was in range for a blink, but he's not going to go for it. He gets hit by the Brewmaster. Now the Doom comes down to Morphling, who is Morphling strength. He's going to run out of mana pretty fast. The Doom with the Primal Split, burning Radiance, burning him down, and it's going to be a kill on the Morphling. Axe gets the blink out after the Yules. Nice fast blink before the Radiance could tick him down and prevent that blink from happening. But the problem for the Axe was he couldn't save his buddy, the Morphling, which is a big kill for Big God to be picking up, and they're going to find more for burning. He ain't done. The Illusion's going to finish off the Vengeful Spirit, and uh-oh, it's the Skywrath as well. These Illusions, they've still got a good duration left on them. You can't turn and fight, but you're just dead. He's trying to juke him. Go into the Slark. One more Riptide, it's not going to come. Okay, the Magic Wand just barely enough. Slark saving the day there, it feels like. Helping clear out those Illusions. And now ROTK has the Ag Scepter. This is a big pickup for him. What was that courier buying? I think it was the... It was just sitting at that secret shop. Maybe it was just trying to hide on the trees because they knew someone was coming. Not sure. The Doom... It was at the secret shop, but they already had the point booster. Naga needs a Manta Star, but doesn't need the secret shot for that. Witch Doctor, maybe it was his point booster. That's all I can think of, but he actually doesn't have the money for it right now. I guess Brew could be going for like a point booster for Ag Scepter as well for himself, but he doesn't quite have the money. Top lane, Lamb. Okay. Fought out. Dunked by 11. And there's your Ag Scepter. Doom ready to go and continue this slow and steady turnaround from Big God. Not really a comeback. They're never down by that much. They had the Naga Siren. Being down by 3,000 to 5,000 gold at like the first 20 minutes of the game is pretty normal for a Naga Siren team, I feel. Or at least not something to be concerned about. And these Naga Illusions, even when they're being insta-dealt with, it's still valuable scouting information. You find out where heroes are on the map, and you figure out where it's safe to farm. You keep lanes pressured. You force iMG just to constantly deal with them and reveal themselves on the map. And burning is just very farm now. And he's got his little fancy little Shagbuck courier burning. I think he was the one using it, because it was that little Shagbuck courier when it was heading top lane, so... I wonder if what he's going to be picking up here. He's got the Manta Style and a couple hundred, and that looks to be his next item of choice here. Finds the Slark in the jungle, the rest of his team lurking around as well, looking for a pickup in the mid lane, but iMG, they've made themselves down towards the bottom lane. The Sim getting close to his E-Blade completion, but... this is not an item which helps at all against the Morphling. Doom may see this and just go for a BKB as well, and with the projectile, like, dealing with an E-Blade Morphling gets a lot easier. You can BKB dodge it. It's not insta-burst damage. It will help get some free pickoffs on these squishy supports like Lion and Witch Doctor, but he can kill them, I feel, without the E-Blade. 800 HP Lion, 900 HP Witch Doctor. These, in theory, should be just straightforward kills. E-Blade or no E-Blade. It's okay against the Brewmaster if you can, like, force his BKB out when he doesn't want to use it, maybe. Xiaowei gets the Tau Deny, and well, let's see what the play's going to be here. ROTK comes in. Ooh, that Doom cast time. Making an impact there. Xiaowei going to BKB to dodge the pounce. He's going to turn and fight. The next blink for the Doom, not up just yet. He's going in, looking for this one, and after the Shadow Dance, he may find it. There's a Dark Pact. The Doom is there. Pounce out, and the Aghanim's Doom, I think, going to do enough damage here. That's a level 2 Doom. The level 3 would definitely be a kill. Xiaowei will get off the split now. Uh-oh. Axe going down. Slark is still doomed up and still taking a lot of damage far away. He does not get the Shadow Dance regen, and it looks like it's one last proc. 16 dead. The last tick kills him off. 3 for nothing. Just barely enough damage from the Aghanim's Doom for ROTK. That gets him level 16 now, which is another big increase in the damage output of that Doom. 35 to 50 damage a second. Alright. That's, well, painful stuff. That 80 damage. Sorry, what am I talking about? That's the non-Scepter. 80 damage a second with Scepter with a 16-second duration. It's over 1k pure damage. It is nasty stuff. You can straight up kill a full HP Skywrath Mage with it if you want to. Obviously, that's not really your ideal Doom target, but just to put that in perspective. Slark going to pick up a Yasha now, and Possible Manta style. Like, you see the Doom blink on you. You have that. If you can fast finger pop your Manta style, you can just create that confusion. Especially if something like your Shadow Dance is on cooldown. Oh man, Burning though. He's now outstretching the Morphling by a decent margin. The Morphling had kind of kept up or even been ahead for a lot of this game. Simps played well, especially in the laning stage, and I feel like this is so much deja vu from game 1. Laning stage / mid game goes really well for them, but then they kind of fall apart in the late game. The big god decision making and just experience kind of pulls them through. Because it feels like both the last 2 games they were kind of holding their own and at least like on par at various points. Like game 1, it felt like much more they were just kind of holding their own, sticking around, and even for most of the game until finally Big God decided to pull away. This game, it was like a decent-ish lead for a lot of the game. Sure, you're against the Naga Siren, and that's kind of the nature of the draft, but you had a Morphling, you have a Slark, you had 2 good late-game carries, and I guess not the best carries, especially an E-Blade Morphling to deal with the Naga Siren, and Slark not a great hero as well at dealing with the Naga illusions or just Naga in general, which is part of the problem here. When Naga was a good pick to go for Big God this game. Now Big God going to start looking to take some more of these objectives. Make themselves down the mid lane, get the tier 2. Dare start poking at high ground. Doesn't seem like the play here. I'd have to make an actual full engagement. Morphling, phew, doesn't even have that much agi. Still seeing on a decent amount of strength just in case he gets jumped. So that E-Blade doing very little damage. Doesn't even force. He's just trying to force out a BKB there, but with a Sanj now on Brewmaster as well, he's very tanky. Doom picks up a BKB, so he's got a way of dealing with the E-Blade. The E-Blade Morphling I just don't feel is getting too many kills this game. I don't see this E-Blade doing much. All these kills in this 4-2-5 Morphling, everything he got, it feels like was in the early to mid game. Needed to go maybe a bit more of a fighting build. Not sure what that would have been, but we'll see. RTK now, helping out Jiawei, get the Rochan. This is without the Naga. Naga's in the neighborhood. But the entire dire side are just trying to get whatever fun they can. Great vision here. Experienced support player Lamb just getting the job done as far as warding goes. I think it's been mostly him doing the warding with Ice Ice. So actually, Ice Ice on the Witch Doctor getting less farm this game compared to the last. It was his AA was just free farming away in game 1 with Aghanims completed like pre-30 minutes. Naga now up to 4.5k gold, has level 16 as well, so that short Song of the Siren cooldown going to make life even more annoying for iMG. So we won't be seeing a Witch Doctor Aghanim Scepter anytime soon. As ROTK, whew, he's... Considering the lane stage went so much better for the Axe, you look at their farm now, Doom 15k, Axe 12k. And that was with Axe levels and levels ahead of the Doom. Not to mention getting kills, getting more levels. He was completely destroying him. Oh, he's broken the Lincolns. Here comes your Blink Doom. He's got a replicate fast. He waves into the trees. Doesn't go for the replicate out. He had a replicate available. He wants to TP home and just barely gets out of that. That Doom cast time still plaguing Doom players. Second time this game where he could have theoretically had a kill and just couldn't get it. They're gonna look to take out this replicate. I don't think Morphling wants to replicate back in here. No, mana drain brought down. And now with Aegis in hand, is this the time to go for the push? ROTK at top, he's the one holding on to that Aegis. They've got ultimates, they've got most of what they would need to kind of make a move down this mid lane. Burning, I think he's actually caught up to James. He's gonna get the ensnare off and uh-oh. Manta can dodge the magic missile. Nope, doesn't actually use it in time. Gets silence up now. He may want to Manta out. Gonna just use the mirror images and, well, Axe in some trouble here. No ensnare for 5 seconds. Good 4-staff TP. Gets him out of there. You can't song that as well because he's BKB'd. It's off to the side. It's your Sim on the Morphling. Doom breaks the Lincolns. Blinks after. Has the Doom. Now he's going to use it. Morphling in some trouble here. This Doom is not going anywhere. This is a solo kill. You don't even need to help him. Burning Ice Ice. Just go do whatever. Your Sim should be dead here. The Doom going to keep on proccing. The swap out maybe going to be enough. They could look to chase him down because here comes Burning. Maybe his Burning was needed in the end. Jiawei going to go in. Dead Morphling. Dead Scarith and Venge now. They all fall one by one. As Axe gets a nice blink, 4-hero call, Zhao Wei gonna be the target for that one, can't get off the split just yet, he goes down just barely before he gets the split off. Now the E-Blade comes down the line, they've killed 3, they're looking for 4, the Doombringer gets picked off, Burning has to wait to TP, you need to get out of there, blink, okay, there we go. No TP for ROTK though, and Burning kind of, leaves him behind, possibly leaves him behind to rot and die, as Slark is gonna be out for a blink, pounce in a couple of seconds. He's trying to stay out of range for the Scorched Earth, and as a result, second blink comes up and Doom does escape. Bit of a dicey one though. Morphling had to buy back. It still ends up okay-ish for iMG, but the buyback really hurts him. You see him can't farm for some time now, and well, he'll get himself a bounty rune. That's about it. He'll bottle that one up and wait for a shiny day to pop in. There we go. Shadow Blade for ROTK. Now I was just thinking, like, that top kill where you have to blink in and he sees you. If you Shadow Blade in, you cast Doom while you're invis, and that's a dead Morphling. Sark gonna find the Lion and find himself another kill. So this Shadow Blade pickup is actually really nice because it just helps you get those Dooms off. Against heroes who can Slark, he can insta Shadow Dance, he can Manta Style, Morphling can Waveform, can replicate out. The Doom cast time makes it very hard to Doom these heroes. Bop. Down goes your Witch Doctor. So getting a Shadow Blade just means you can actually sneak up on them, and moments like this doesn't even get the Morph Strength off. This is a dead looking Morphling. Someone needs to come in for a deny. It's going to be the Radiance Illusion helping secure that kill. The swap there is there, and well, the chase is not going to happen for the Axe, but that's a dieback from your Morphling. Possible push now coming out. Yeah, Nagging a TP mid. There's no second life for this Morphling. He just bought back. And this is suddenly looking really bad for iMG. 80 seconds without a Morphling, and, well, Big God are on their high ground. A lot of illusions coming out, and Diffusal level 2. I don't think he even used Diffusal level 1 at all, but this is one of the most cost-effective agi items in the game. Okay, let's just get kills behind the racks by your tier 4 towers. Slark gonna go, and this is one last hurrah. He blinked into the Impale, the poor Axe. He's done for. 5 dead, and this game's over. Big God gonna break the racks, and well, probably see a GG any minute now. As iMG, buybacks are very few. They've got the Axe, they've got the Slark, but they're going straight for the throne now. If you want to make one last fight, you got to do it now. As I was about to say, the Diffuse level 2, 35 agility, given to those illusions as well, who also benefit for it, gives them a lot of damage. And yep, it's GG. Big God gonna get the 2-0 victory in their Day 2 opening match of the Dota 2 Asia Championship Asia Qualifiers. After a bad Day 1, they bounced back. They started Day 1 off 2-4, and here they are, back to 50-50. They need to do a whole lot more, but I could definitely see them just tearing through the competition today. They could just string together a lot of wins, win all their matches today, and suddenly go into Day 3 as one of the favorites, even if Day 1 went pretty bad for them. So that does it for our first series. We'll have another 2-game series coming up next, which is going to be eHome versus GoDz. We get a kind of SEA showdown here with eHome, well, eHome being a mixed SEA Chinese team, but it's Mushi taking on some former teammates and friends of his from Southeast Asia and Malaysia. So we're going to hop ourselves in that game, scheduled to start in 30 minutes time. So there's a bit of a break, and during that break, guys, you should check out some of these other matches going on. I hope there's other matches going on. There's 2 other matches going on. Maneski taking on HGT. That is being streamed over on Beyond the Summit 3, I believe. So twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 3 with GoDz. Check out those other games. We've got 4 streams going on. Beyond the Summit 1 with myself, Beyond the Summit 2 with Zyclops, GoDz over on Beyond the Summit 3, and Basekip streaming over on his channel, twitch.tv/Basekip. Guys, that does it for our first series. I'm going to take a break, and we come back in 30 minutes' time. We've got our next series, so stay tuned.